I'll start by welcoming our esteemed alumni, Mr. Karan Vadhavan. He is a financial strategy and technology operations professional experienced in ensuring time bound delivery of business critical applications through data driven insights. He specializes in DevOps, incident reporting, and response management system. So, a very heartiest welcome, Karan. We are glad you could make it for this webinar and enlighten the students who are seeking out to pursue their career and career path and selecting some engineering or other course to progress in their career. So, Karan, welcome, and you may please start with the session.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hi, guys. This is Karan, and I have been working with Gemini Solutions, which is an IT firm from past 5 years. As ma'am's already told about me, that I have been working in the area of DevOps, automation, and incident response management and problem management domain. Uh, Before that, I have passed out from Nordcap University. Back then, it was ITM University, and it was a wonderful journey out there. I was involved in almost all of the activities that were being done on in the university campus, by the department, by the main university, and like almost everything that was dealing with public relations, dealing with the upcoming technologies, dealing with how I can make people interact with the technology in their day-to-day life, conducting quizzes, arranging seminars and workshops. I'll say, that was a wonderful journey out altogether. Post that, I did my post graduation in management with specialization in finance. Since I have been dealing with finance from last 5 years, so I thought to have a educational touch with that, so that religiously I should have more insights into the data that I deal with daily. Also, I'm ITL V3 V4 Foundation certified, and I'm pursuing the Prince 2 project management certification. That's it about me. So I would want more today, in this webinar. I would want to emphasize more on how and what motivated me in my journey, that made me think that I am from a technology industry, and how I can change the world with the knowledge I have.
Karan, sorry to disturb. Can you please share your video, start your video so that everyone is able
Sure,
to
ma'am, sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm visible now, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So just to touch base upon a couple of things, that what motivated me, just starting from my schooling timeline, where I took part in the national level exhibition. I was very keen to do some craft things, art and craft things and stuff. So I remember I built up a model wherein the main crux was to have an intelligent transportation system, what we in today's day call as IoT. So how IoT can impact our daily lives, I thought at that time, and I built a model over it, and I built an idea over it, what was the ideology behind my my notion, that how we should progress to make world smarter and easy to live with. When I initially created my uh, project at that time, that was highly appreciated by the Department of Science and Technology of Ministry of Technology, and how they appreciated me with the new ideas that I had. Along with that, I would want to quote that further. When I moved ahead in this university, I felt actually lucky that it was that I got the opportunity to study engineering in this only domain that I wanted to pursue my career since beginning of my since my childhood actually. So I will say that one must always think about how you can be more lazy. Why I'm saying so, because how more you can automate things, how in in the world of year 2020, how you can make your machine work for you, and not the manual tasks that you do daily, day in and day out. So that has always been my focus. That has always been the area that I wanted to pursue my career in. uh, Giving an example, if one would have never thought of bullet trains or more automated engines, we would be still we would have been still traveling in these steam engines that was developed way back, centuries back. So I must say that everyone must inculcate themselves with the same zest, same kick, that one should always look into technology, how they can improve their lives as well as their neighborhood, as well as how can they help the society. uh, I will say that aside your career, aside your um, I'll say society, it gives a lot of happiness at the end of the day when I go back to my bed and say, yes, I have achieved these two or these three things, and I was actually successfully able to implement the technical skills that I have gained throughout the years of my experience. That how I have used my technology to help someone, even a bit, even one person from your deeds help out of this. It will be like very grateful. You feel actually very happy out of it. uh, Moving on to the next part which I want to discuss was that uh, how you can actually make yourself more easy to live with. Give an example of Google. When Google came up with some algorithm that how they can search into n number of websites using just one click of search bar that they developed. So I'll say that Google only developed that search engine, and today he's the leader of whole technology uh, industry that exists today in today's world. I'll say that in today's world we have blockchain. If one would think that how I can use my blockchain in in like benefit of the world, or be a leader in the industry, I'll say that there are n number of scopes. One should always look for the curiosity and the opportunity that's available in the market, and definitely go ahead and pursue that and try that knowledge, and try that gist of that curiosity of learning. How blockchain, just giving a small example, recently one of my colleagues who left our firm wanted to pursue a career in blockchain. He joined a startup uh, who was actually building up some web browser or something on the basis of on the grounds of on the technical base of blockchain. So I'll say that he is now excelling in his career in that particular organization, and definitely is living his dream. Another example I would want to quote again, one of my ex-colleagues who left the firm like 5 years back or so, and he was working as software engineer with in my team only. And I'll say that he is now listed in Forbes 30 under 30. That's the top 30 people of out of the whole world who are still under 30 years of age and have done wonders. So he is listed into that list, and he started with a very very basic idea of how he can use his artificial intelligence and NLP skills, in machine learning skills, how he can use that in building up his own product. and further he worked really hard to get a sponsorship from Micromax, and that small firm Micromax funded him to a good extent. And now that how one can actually live with this artificial intelligence things in his day-to-day life. Everyone must be using the Alexa or that Google bot, and then n number of things. So the upcoming technologies that we still that we are living with today is actually going to be the future, where you guys can excel and learn a lot more and excel a lot more. Um I think to pursue that, there are n number of platforms. Our university, I'll say, is one of the best universities who has provided me, who has given me the platform to launch myself into the industry, to exercise the skills that I got that I had in me, and that then how my university helped me into polishing uh, those skills, how I further improved myself to make a better man, make a better professional, who has now been working in the industry from quite some time now. And I must say that that kick that I always have been that I always have even right now, to learn new things, uh, to always learn new things, is always I think I have got that uh, from my university only. I'll always thank my university to give me that platform. Thank you, ma'am. I think that's it from my side. I would let me know if you want me to like go through some of the pointers in specific. I think that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karan, for your insights. I'm surely it will help the students in choosing uh, their career path. So, as Karan talked about, like how technologies shape the future, and like how Google was just started out with the search engine, and now it has gone to supercomputer and quantum computing. So, uh, taking a bit further, like how do you imagine today's future to be? So, digital life in 2025, as now we know internet of like to be just connecting of devices, your smartphone, your laptop, but someday internet will become just like electricity. It will be in the air. So that's how the internet is gonna impact our day-to-day life. It will be everywhere. Even your like slightest of things will be connected via the internet. It will become the essential part of living, not a luxury. So how do you see the future? There will be global immersive ambient network computing environment that will have like various objects, your cars, your mobile phone, your even day-to-day objects like refrigerators, all will be connected through sensors and internet. And then you can have massive data centers to work on that data. So the technologies that are going to drive the future are IoT, cloud computing, blockchain, then AI and ML, of course, for analyzing the data. Now let's see the bright sides of these technologies. Obviously, you have so much of information over the internet, which you are able to access right now also. So, so Shika has
If no
shared
more
the.
questions, okay. If no more questions, I would just want to elaborate on the question that I think when Neha asked initially, that how specialization in one of the course and pursuing a certification or a course from outside is different. I'll say that there is a difference. There is a massive difference in between them, because when you come up to the industry, I'll say that there are people who have done let's say CA or CFA kind of certifications, which are actually considered as a full time certifications. Meanwhile, people come up from a background who just know some basics. So that is the core difference between pursuing a career in specialized form of your specialized form of your degree itself, as our university is providing, whereas just pursuing a certification or a career from any online website or something. There's a large difference between them. I'll say with respect to ROI as well, it is much more. The time investment that you put in as part of your these specialization courses that our university is providing is much more beneficial, much more providing the return compared to what a normal course or certification will provide.
Thank you, Karan, for your insights. Also, students, you can refer to our website also, ncuindia.edu. ncuindia.edu for getting any more details on the specializations or the admission process, or getting any details about the North Cap University. All right. Thank you so much, Karan, for sparing your valuable time and guiding the students about the technologies and giving your valuable insights. I'm sure students will appreciate, and it will help them to select some path. And students, thank you for joining in, and we appreciate your time. And if you have any more queries, please visit our website ncuindia.edu, or you can contact our admission team. They'll guide you through the process. The contact has been shared in the chat window. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karan.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.